Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League's Chaos Cup. We're in week number 6, game 3 of 4 in tonight's quadruple header, and we've got a Lizard mirror match in Division B. Tonight it's going to be Philosophers Song versus Vesuvian Lavabacks, Spire versus Berserker Tempest, Lizardman versus Lizardman. We'll see if the game's ready to go here, but we'll talk a little bit about this. Oh, good news! I have water again! Hooray! So not a whole 15K in petty cash here, just in the inducement phase. So nothing that's going to happen with that money. This is a Lizard mirror match. We always talk about in Lizardman games, you want to hunt the skinks, and you need to know when to mark the Sauruses and when to hunt the skinks. It's no different in this matchup, right? This is going to be a chess match. You're going to have these Sauruses that teams are going to try to not give those blocks up, but then mark them when it's important, because everybody on this roster, save for the skinks, are an edge of 5+. They can't move. Not reliably anyway. Bad dog demanding death. I hope you get it tonight. I can only promise it once a night, and I've already given the promise away. But right, if you have like a breakaway run, then you mark those Sauruses. The Sauruses are going nowhere. Conversely, if you hunt these skinks and your opponent loses all their skinks, they have nobody who can reliably handle the ball anymore. So that's what it's going to be, what the matchup is about tonight. It's going to be an absolute chess match about where these two teams position their two types of players, skinks versus Sauruses, and I'm grouping the Crocs in with the Saurus. There's high strength players and low edge players. 11 on the roster tonight for the defense, 12 on the roster for the offense. 3 on the line for the defense, setting up in cups. The offense with 3 on the line. They have Socrates, the number 9 lineman, the blodger, back to receive. We're in Division B for both of these final 2 games of our quadruple header tonight. Philosopher's Song, the first place team here in Division B. They are undefeated with a record of 3-2-1. They're up against the Vesuvian Lavabacks here tonight. The Lavabacks, if they pick up the win tonight, they will advance all the way into second place. It's week 6 of 9 in regulation before the cut to top 8. So placement's starting to get important. Got to make the top 2 to guarantee your spot in the top 8. And if you make it, that ball is crazy. We've got it. Praise Nuffle. Where's Hank the Ranger? We've got sweltering heat. So after this drive, 1 to 3 players from each team will get heat stroke. Turn 1 now. Philosopher's Song on offense. Ball kicked down to the 14-yard line in the right wide zone. They're repositioning players here. Good action order. In the game of Blood Bowl, when you fail a die roll, usually, the vast majority of the time, that means it's a turnover. Your turn is over. So in order to get as many actions as you can to increase your action economy, you want to take your least risky actions first and your more risky actions last. That way, if something fails, you've already taken 8, 9, 10, 11 actions instead of taking 0, 1, or 2. Spends a reroll here. Philosopher's Song down to 1 reroll for the game. Vesuvian Lavabacks only have 1 reroll on their roster, but look at this. They've got a lot of cheerleaders. The Lavaback cheerleading squad. Champions of the old world. Two-die block, Crocs versus Crocs. Gets the knockdown here. 9+ breaks armor with Mighty Blow. Opposing Crocs does have the block skill. Hank the Ranger says, I'm here and I'm excited. Watching on my TV, so not commenting much. Sweltering heat, that's for you. Dude, whoops, that's the wrong key. Two-die blitz gets a push against the number 3 journeyman for the Lavabacks. And then rushes into position to take a mark on the right side of the defensive line. Now the ball pickup, 3+ pickup fails with 1 reroll left. Is he going to let this rock or is he going to reroll? Going to let it rock. He's going to bounce one space back into the right, one space off the right wide zone, and now turn one for the Lavabacks. BB does says, I hope the Lizards lose. SPB says, is there a way to get 2 Lizard losses in one game? I mean, if it's a draw and they both have like 6 casualties. The Lavaback cheerleaders, despite the sweltering heat, they're getting the crowd amped up. There they are. A full squad. Although these guys, come on guys, you need to sync it up. What are you doing? What are you guys doing? Good Pal says, Philosopher's Song has a great motto, just cut it in this game. I didn't catch it. Lavabacks standing up the Crocs, shifts the Crocs over to the right, not taking marks on the line. Seemingly, well, took a mark on Heidegger over here, the number 3 Saris blocker. Has a serious injury. Rushes to take a mark on Schlegel, the number 7 Saris blocker over in the right wide zone. And takes yet another mark, this time with against Aristotle. This is version 2, Gorney Institute, number 15, Chameleon Skink on the mark. We just need a comment to strike. Maybe add that together. Weather table. Jeremy shifts over to the right as well. All the Skinks moving to the right. Lavabacks on the bonus clock. Fails the rush, trying to rush to mark the ball. 2 rushes, marks the ball, and marked by Socrates and Descartes. Here's the blitz on the rush. Fails the second rush because it fails 900% of the time. No rerolls left for the Lavabacks. They went in big here. Try to get the blitz on Descartes. Couldn't get it. And now the 2 die against the number 12 lineman is going to work out thanks to the block skill. No armor break. Ball's cleared once again. It's just math. It's just math. That's right. You roll 10 times, you fail 90 times. Good recovery here by Descartes. Descartes in possession of the ball. The number 11 Skink on the 8-yard line. Oh, Gamer Mike, thank you very much for the bits. Run. Blitz, hunting Skinks. This is the left safety, Moxie Crime Fighter K. Gets a push out of this. Lavabacks were down a Saris in this matchup, so they have just the 5 Sarises. I think it's a pretty significant loss in a matchup like this. Does give him extra speed with an extra Skink, but you lose that crucial strength 4 piece. Not a deal breaker by any means. Philosopher's Song on the bonus clock now here in turn 2. positions a skink to the back right corner of the ball carrier. Turn 2 now for the Lavabacks. No rerolls left for the half here in turn 2. Spent 2 rerolls on rushes. Sorry, spent the 1 reroll on the rush. The other reroll is spent by Philosopher's Song. 2-die block back at the line. Gets the knockdown by the Crocs. Breaks armor. Gets a stun. Now 2-die blitz against Hume. Hume with the smashed knee reduces his movement from a 6 to a 5. Armor broken again and gets the removal. 1-man player advantage now for the Vesuvian Lavabacks. We saw the Lavabacks go to town against the Halfling team last week. Halfling team, of course, coached by Nick Satan, the league champion, an excellent coach. But the Lavabacks just murdered players left, right, and center. Not just the Halflings, murdered a tree. 40 seconds left for the Lavabacks. Currently marking the ball by the journeyman. Boot Polish said Halfling survived too long, in my opinion. It was overdue. Elder Burrito, welcome to the stream. Elder Burrito says, is this hot lizard on lizard action? It is! It sure is! Sweltering heat in this lizard mirror match. Gets a pal against Schlegel in the right wide zone. The Angry Raisin, welcome to the stream, says the Halflings are hurt by not having deep root. Yeah, I agree. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. And again, welcome. Silas the Noodle. It says, look, the Halflings got a pot. They belong in said pot. Lavabacks back on the bonus clock. They've used up 59 seconds on the bonus clock. Continuing to apply pressure here. Now two-die block over way across the line of scrimmage over the left wide zone against Moxie Crime Fighter K. The safety gets a knockdown, no armor break. Ball carrier currently marked by 2 skinks. Does have did random into safe pair of hands. So safe pair of hands says, look, if you get knocked down, that's fine. You can place the ball in whatever space adjacent to you like. So, situationally, that could be good. Failed the 3+ dodge here. Oh, no! Ah! Tried to dodge away. Failed the dodge. And injured himself in the front. You got to be careful out there. You got to tie your shoes. Safety first. This is a game of safety. It's that crazy ball. Like that, you can't carry that and not have that tornado whirlwind not knock you down. So that's a 2-man player advantage now for the Lavabacks. Ball free on the 8-yard line, exactly where it was. Bad Dog says the crowd is undefeated. El Numerino says, was it Descartes who said, "I skink, therefore I am"? It was not. 2-die blitz against Schlegel, gets a pal here, looking for a 10+. Another armor break. And another removal for the Lavabacks. They have a 3-man player advantage now in turn 3. Bupalo says stay away from Spire. Knuckle hates Spire. 3 marks on the ball now. 2 journeymen. Journeyman loaner's not going to matter at this point with no team rerolls remaining. Pickup works out. Gets the ball in the hands of the number 2 journeyman. And now the number 2 journeyman 2 spaces away from scoring. Do you think he's going to rush? Do you think he's going to rush? The temptation. No, gets a little bit of protection on the ball carrier. Turn 4 now for Philosopher's Song. Good 6+ pickup. Hoopalish says, I see a future new hire. Yeah, yes indeed. He picks up 3 SPP. I imagine he's going to get hired and be on the roster full time. Takes him some blocks just on the other side of the line of scrimmage here. Gets nothing out of them. Just removing the other team makes it easy to win. Yes, indeed it does. They're getting these removals because the cheerleading squad is really just putting in the work. They're like, go team, go! And then the Lizards want to show off. 2 rushes to take a mark on the ball carrier. This is the blodger, Socrates. The lone defensive man against this score. Two-die block gets number 6. Elden Bruno says, Sars dodge, 2 rushes, he's got 3 dice on the ball. Easy. 2 rushes, there it is. The Sars on the blitz comes in to take a second mark against Quali, the number 2 journeyman. Iron Cynic says, can you go red vs blue? I absolutely can. Not a problem at all. Fell dodge over the right side, gets KO'd. Boy, this, you know what? I don't think Philosopher's Song trained for the heat, the unexpected heat. Turn 4 for the Lavabacks. Final turn of the 3rd quarter. Easy dodge into the end zone. There it is. The Lavabacks with the defensive touchdown. 1-0 the score. Well done by Berserker Tempest. There's the squad! Hey! The true heroes of the team. So it looks like just 1 out with sweltering heat in this drive. So it's gonna, oh no. All right, so it's a skink out for the Lavabacks, sure. It's the Crocs out for Philosopher's Song. So the big guy out with heat stroke. Oh boy. So 10 on the pitch for the Lavabacks. I think it's 10 or 9. It's going to be 9 for Philosopher's Song. Going to be down a player. Seems like a fair trade. Both are ball handlers of the team. Move says, I will forever root for the team with 12 cheerleaders. That's right. That's right. Cups on defense. 5 on the line for offense. Philosopher's Song. (10v9) on the pitch. 1-man player advantage for the Vesuvian Lavabacks. The blodger back to receive once more. Socrates. Here's the kick. It's a quick snap. Gets a 3 on the D3. 6 players who are unmarked can move, but there's only 5. Can move 1 space. Socrates moves back toward the ball. The 2 Sauruses in the wide zones move up to the line of scrimmage. And the Skinks move forward as well. The 2 halfbacks move forward. The ball is going to end up on the 22-yard line. Turn 5 now for Philosopher's Song. Second quarter begins. A 2-die block against the left defensive end gets a pow out of this. A push on the right defensive end. That's all the blocks on the line. Electric Man says, aren't those cheerleaders expensive? It's TV that you are definitely giving up to your opponent. In that respect, yes. And if you're asking, are they expensive for what they provide? I would say unequivocally yes. Failed the ball pickup by Socrates. Turn 5 now for the Lavabacks. So to summarize, are they expensive? Yes. Well, I mean, if by expensive you mean, do they cost more than a war dancer? The answer is no. Like a $20 hamburger is an expensive hamburger, but in the grand scheme of things, if I blow $20 on a hamburger, it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? Iron Cynic says, so are they more expensive than they're worth? Yes. Absolutely yes. Did the half make it? I'd buy a $20 burger then. Turn 6 for Philosopher's Song after the blocks by the defense. They have 3 turns to try to get on the board here. Two-die block against the number 4 Saurus blocker. Gets a knockdown out of this. Got an armor break. Just a stun. Yeah, cheerleaders cost 10K. They're 10K on your roster. So if you have 12 of them, they're 120K. Two-die block over in the left wide zone. Gets a push out of this. Same with coaches. So the Crocs out for this drive, but can't be chosen again for the next drive. So guaranteed to come back into the game on the next drive. But if Philosopher's Song is able to score, let's say they score on turn 8, or even before then, there'll be one more drive in the first half. So the Crocs can come out for that drive, and if they're still sweltering heat, can come right back out for the second half. Two-dive blitz in the right wide zone, gets a pal here. The Anchor Raises says, coaches help you win the reroll on brilliant coaching, though. That's true. But I counter with this. Cheerleaders help you with the grace of the divine Nuffle. For we all owe our existence to Nuffle in some random way. And we should cheer his name with as many cheerleaders as we can. Turn 6 for the Lavabacks. Very flat defense here for the Lavabacks. They'll need to be a little careful that they don't get encircled by the offense. Takes a block with the Crocs, both standing result. N! What has Nuffle done for me lately? What has Nuffle done for me lately? Zealous the Noodle says, it's kind of blasphemous that a lizard team got human cheerleaders and not lizard ones. I know. There is a team that has lizard cheerleaders. I don't know who it is. Or actually, they might not have cheerleaders. It might just be the extra cheerleaders that they put in the sideline. Both down result is a turnover. Turn 7 for Philosopher's Song. So this is what we were talking about before. It needs to be, with this flat defense, needs to be a little careful that the offense doesn't encircle them and cut around them. And I think that's exactly what Philosopher's Song is going to do here. Gets the assist for the 2-die against ABCDE Fisher. This will open up a lane in the right wide zone. Got the pal here. 8+ breaks armor. Nuffle started things. Nuffle started it, all right? Looking for an 8+ for the armor break. Doesn't get the armor break. Pushes the lineman up to the sideline. And so now this skink here has no way off the sideline without double dodging. Oh, what a great surf. What a great... Well, okay. A great surf attempt. But got the armor break anyway. Gets a stun out of it. Great surf attempt. Came with the ball carrier, took the block, followed up, got the opposing player here, came up with the ball carrier up this way. It's actually up this way, but whatever. And now, with the ball carrier having nowhere to go, it would have been a surf had it not been a both down result. Plato playing 3D chess. Turn 7 for the Lavabacks now. So Socrates in scoring position with a rush. As is Aristotle. Good dodge on the reroll here by the number 3 journeyman. Takes a mark on the ball carrier. Still going to be it's going to be a blitz against the number 3 lineman unless the Lavabacks can get something going here. 2-die block. They got something going. They needed a pal on the blodger and got the pal and broke our... What is happening? That is a hero doctor. First of all, ball knocked out of bounds, still in play on the opposing 8-yard line. Great blitz by the Lavaback. Did draw the screen. Got the armor break and killed the blodger. Killed the blodger, but the doctor saved him. Ball went out of bounds. It's going to be right back on the 8-yard line, this time toward the left side Like clockwork. To the left side of the pitch here. It's just a couple of spaces out of the left wide zone. It's on the Lavabacks 8-yard line. He lost a tail, little crow back. Great oppo spin there. I mean, that's what you want to save it for. Players like that. 2-die block by the Crocs. Gets a pal here. 9+ breaks armor, but no armor break. The Telestrator of Doom. So it's going to have to be a miraculous play by Philosopher's Song to get on the board here. Made even more miraculous after the journeyman picks the ball up. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. 6-6. Well, that's, you know what that is? That's corn. You've invoked the power of corn. 6-6-6. Turn 8 for Philosopher's Song. What on earth do you do here? The Sauruses can pass. Not so trusting patches. Welcome to the stream. 2-9 block. It's a knockdown on Dweezil Bachelor. Neighbor of the beast. The devil lives at 666 Evil Lane. This guy lives at 666 45. He's really nice. He has a beautiful lawn. Turn 8 for Philosopher's Song. It's just gonna have to be a monster play if he wants to get on the board. We'll see if he tries this ridiculous play. Gets a push here against the block on the number 6 Saurus. That's the Saurus with the guard skill. That's right. Blitzing the ball carrier. Double pals. 8+ breaks armor. Where will the ball bounce? You don't want Cat to have it. Oh, not ideal. 17 seconds left on the clock here for Philosopher's Song. Going for the pass. Here's the pickup. 50-50 pickup works out. Has to pass it to Aristotle. So after the pass, these chameleons can move on the ball. And I have to imagine the chameleon's gonna mark Aristotle. On the ball, lets you move on a kickoff. It lets you move up to 3 spaces on a kickoff, or on a pass. Yeah, there it is. Oh, wow. Even took the dodge to get in front of the ball carrier. Does he want to try to intercept? Needs a 6. Needs a 6. Has 1 reroll left. Didn't get the 6. It's gonna hit. Well, he got the 6 there. That's just the wrong die roll. Had to go for the big play there, but didn't get anything out of it. So it's gonna be 1-0 at the half. There'll be one more turn left here. The Vesuvian Lavabacks will be able to get a turn out of this. Going after the skink that dared to get in Aristotle's way, but doesn't get an armor break out of this. The Angry Raisin says, I had an escaping player do this to me the other night on ladder. 2 dice up, double pound by halfling ball carrier with a gutter blitz, 6+ pickup with a line rat, 6+ log bomb to a rat ogre who was marked and makes the 6+ catch followed by a dodge out, and 2 rushes to score on turn 8. Oh, and he had no rerolls. Yeah, it's that can be frustrating. We've had plays like that here. They're great when they're not happening to you. Final turn of the first half here. The Lavabacks in the lead. The Lavabacks will also be on offense to start the second half of this game. Well, if there's any silver lining, at least Philosopher's Song's guaranteed to get their Crocs back. Two-die block on number 6 gets a pow out of this. Yeah, we sure have. Stupid Crocs. And now a 2-die against Plato gets a push out of this. There it is, 1-0. The Lavabacks in the lead here. We're going into the third quarter. Looks like there's going to be just one out. No, 2 out with heat stroke. So who's it going to be for the Lavabacks? It'll be a Saurus and a Skink. And then it'll be a Saurus and a Skink for Philosopher's Song as well. So it'll be 9 on the pitch for Philosopher's Song, and I think the same applies to the other team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9v9 on the pitch. Lavabacks in the lead, but they can't breathe easy yet. They're down a Saurus. They have 4 versus 5 for the defense. Both Cruxes back on the pitch. The Lavabacks, if they hold on to this lead, they will have been the first team to beat Philosopher's Song in this competition. And if they win, they will advance into second place. Anchor defense, 3 on the line, spread 1 space apart. 4 on the line, I should say. There's a wide out in the left wide zone for the offense. SP Beaver says not a fan of that second place move. Now 5 on the line, 2 wide. The Skinks going on the outside of the line. Here's the kick. The Journeyman's back to receive. Chameleon gets 3 points of movement. Oh, the weather is nice and beautiful. The weather changes back to perfect conditions. Turn 9 for the Lavabacks. Ball kicked to the opposing 14-yard line just inside the left wide zone. Just the 1 reroll on this roster. Tempest has to be very, very careful of spending that reroll. And it can be a little tricky. They're down a Saurus. 2 of their Skinks are Journeymen. Two-die block by the Crocs to get things started. Bold move, breaks! Armor! Gets a stun! The Lavabacks Crocs putting in work. Always gets a second wind here in the second half of these games. .42 seconds left in the turn for the Lavabacks. Action order very critical here. Starting the turn off with the Crocs. Very bold move. Takes a mark on the right side. I think he's going to take another block here. This time with the number 4 blocker. He does, but double skulls. That's the problem. Spends the 1 and quad skulls. All right. I think we'll see a blitz on number 13. We'll see. Turn 9 now for Philosopher's Song. So roll dice. The dice failed. Rolled quad skulls out of rerolls now. Talked about action order earlier in the evening. Didn't pull any players in to protect the ball. Kept the players up on the line of scrimmage, currently protected. But remember, these skinks are so incredibly fast. Move says it's awful when you finally get blocked on a Sars and he double skulls. Then for him to quad skulls, it's even worse. Yeah. Yeah, you finally get blocked and you're like, oh, all right. You're finally reliable. And then you quad skull. Bruce the Croxagore moves up to the line of scrimmage. Marks Weasel Bachelor. He's the, we'll call him the left guard. Two-die blitz against Weasel Bachelor. Gets a push out of this. There's the lane opened up. So the lane now open. There's one. Rushes to take a mark on the ball and number 15. Rushes to take a second mark. Philosopher's Song wants back in this game right now. They said defense? I'm still on offense. Here comes Socrates. Two-die block against Weasel Bachelor will be a both down result. Yeah, no reason to spend that reroll. Turn 10 now for the Lavabacks. In the lead beginning of this half, and now they applied early pressure with their defense in the first half, and now the Philosopher's Song doing the exact same here in the second half. So how will Tempest respond to this? There's an assist. Has a one die with the the number 15 Chameleon Skink. Here's the blitz. Three-die blitz gets a pow against number 12. Doesn't break armor. Now has a two-die with number 15 against Plato. Took the blocks before standing up players. Standing up players doesn't cost you anything. It's often a good idea to stand them up. The only reason you probably, well, I don't want to say the only reason, but generally speaking, you would not, the only reason to not stand up your players first would be because you want to see how a turn develops. Maybe you're saying, all right, I need to dodge with him, or I want to dodge with him if something happens. Otherwise, it's a free action. Stand him up. Make sure you don't lose the opportunity. Two-die block against Plato. Gets a push. This is going to clear the ball. Quali, the journeyman. 3+, no pickup. It's just going to keep the ball marked. Let's keep the ball as safe as he can here in this this gaggle of lizards. Turn 10 now for Philosopher's Song. Two-die block against Weasel Bachelor. Again, is going to get a push out of this. .1 minute left in turn 10. Philosopher's Song trying to figure out what they can do to get at this ball. They are down 0-1. Here's the blitz. 2-die blitz. Failed the rush. Gets a push out of this. Will absolutely follow up. Pushes onto the ball. Wants to try to get this ball out of this scrum. And does indeed do just that. The ball's going to bounce out of the scrum to the 16-yard line just off the left wide zone. Philosopher's Song with one reroll left for the entire game. They have not lost a game yet in 5 weeks. They remain undefeated. Fails the 50-50 dodge. 50-50 due to prehensile tail. It's normally a 3+ for the positive dodge. Prehensile tail makes that a -1. 75% chance of success with the dodge skill, but failed the dodge, and now it's turn 11 for the Lavabacks. Three-die block against Plato. Gets a pow. Breaks armor. Another removal. Another removal. How many skinks is out? How many does he have left? 3? 2? 1, 2. Just 2 skinks. 2 skinks left on the roster for Philosopher's Song. Remember, these are the only real ball carriers on this team. When they're gone, that's it. It's not literally it. The Sarses can, of course, carry the ball. I mean, anybody. The Crocs can carry the ball. Blitz on Hegel. Gets a push here. Clears the ball. It's the power of the cheerleaders. Now a 2-die on Hegel. By a skink. The embarrassment. The embarrassment! With the... you... Oh, no, sir. No, you are going to have to live with that. Knocked out by a skink. Humiliated in front of his peers. Hegel. Hegel's like, look, guys, I had a long night. Failed to pick up. What did I say about the ball carriers, huh? Oh, did I say only the skinks? The number 9 Sars blocker, the new ball carrier. Failed to pick up, but really just wanted to give it to his buddy. Moop said, honestly, couldn't have asked for better than that. No, he could not. Oh, boy, now. The Lavabacks in possession of the ball. On their own 14-yard line. Rookie Saurus blocker, number 9. The ball carrier. Zealous the Noodle says the best is when a Crocs or a Rattlesnake picks it up. Yep, that's that would be number 1 here. He scored a touchdown last week. Bootpaw says Saurus carrier with a skink cage. Beautimus. There's another Saurus here. Don't count out number 7. Zealous the Noodle says also if your big guy gets the ball, you're kind of obligated to try to give him a touchdown. Yeah, you can't. You have to. Here's the blitz on the cage. 2-die blitz. Gets the knockdown thanks to the block skill. No push and therefore no follow-up. Turn 12 for the Lavabacks. She-Wolf says, something keeps hitting my roof and it's making me just out of my skin. Well, I hope it's nothing serious. That's kind of creepy. I have a tree. We had a big windstorm some weeks ago. And there's a branch that, like, broke, but isn't completely detached from the tree. So I was going to just cut it off. But then it's, like, it's growing leaves and stuff. So I was like, oh, keep your limb. keep your broken limb. Ball carrier, the Saurus advances to the 8-yard line, back to center pitch now. Skinks playing protection for the Saurus. The Lavabacks in the lead. They have no rerolls remaining. They're up against the #1 team in Division B. If they win this, they will advance to second place in Division B. Crocs blitz, 2-die blitz, gets the knockdown. 9+ breaks armor. There's the armor break. Got the removal. Oh boy, this is brutal. Turn 12, final turn of the third quarter. Coming up in just a few minutes, our fourth and final game of the evening will begin. We'll watch this game to completion, and then we'll kick over to our... oh, no, that's not right. That is right. And then we'll kick over to our fourth game. That's going to be a Necro Mirror match. That's the Discomancers versus Conspicuous Disunion, the #4 and #5 teams in Division B. Seconds left on the clock. Philosopher's Song desperately trying to figure out why Nuffle hates them so much. One die block by Can't against the Crocs gets a push. Can't. Fourth and final quarter begins. The Lavabacks in the lead. They have the ball on their own 8-yard line. Two-die blitz to get things started against Schlegel. Gets the knockdown here. Frees up the ball carrier. So this is where these marks are important that we were talking about earlier today, about how this will be a dance and a chess match. Taking the marks against the Crocs and the Sauruses means they're really not going anywhere unless they blitz. So needs to be worried about #2 here, Can't. There's the Crocs that moves forward to mark Can't. 2-die block against Wittgenstein. Gets a knockdown. This is over on the left side of this formation. Five seconds to go here in turn number 13. The Lavabacks have the ball in the hands of a strength 4 player. Good 3+ dodge by the journeyman. Tries to cover the rear of the ball carrier. 50-50 dodge works out for the Lavabacks. That prehensile tail was no trouble for the number 13 lineman. Turn 13 now for Philosopher's Song. 2-die block by the Crocs. Gets a pow. One die block against the Crocs. Spends a reroll. Gets a push out of this. Needs to make something big happen. Socrates available. Socrates, the blodger. Failed the dodge. Gets a free reroll here. Works out, and a rush to mark the ball carrier. Socrates doing the work of an entire team. Here's the blitz. Uphill blitz into double skulls. Doesn't matter if it's uphill or not. That's a turnover. Turn 14 now for the Lavabacks. Two-die blitz with the journeyman. Gets a push out of this. Will clear the ball carrier. Six more spaces with number 9. Traverses all the way down to the 16-yard line now. Keeps on trucking. Now in scoring position. If he can just get into the end zone, the Lavabacks are almost certainly going to win this ball game. Marking everyone that they can. I'm not so sure they even want to block. Well, maybe. Get the knockdown here. Back at the line of scrimmage, Schlegel getting knocked. Oh my goodness, gets the armor break. Got a removal. That's the 100,000th removal. Is that 7? That's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's be fair. That's 5. And 2 with heat strike. Three Sarses, 4 if you count the heat stroke Sars, out for Philosopher's Song. Turn 14 for Philosopher's Song. Taking some blocks. Trying to get some SPP. Socrates in danger. Takes a mark with number 12. Remember, the Lavabacks have no rerolls left. Just forcing them to roll dice is huge. Good dodge by Socrates. Another good dodge by Socrates. One more. 3+ dodge. Did he use the dodge skill at all? No. Good dodge. If shadowing doesn't work, he's free and clear. There it is. Uphill blitz. Got the knockdown on the ball carrier. Where's the ball scattered? Just behind Socrates. Rush it. After all that, naturally, you fail the rush. Fails the pickup with number 13, Skink. Turn 15. Back to Philosopher's song. Is anybody down pitch? Is anybody left? Did blitz? They get a push against number 13. Clears the ball. 3+ on the pickup. Works out. 2 more points of movement left with Socrates. Took the blitz, so can't pass. This is gonna have to come down to a pass to a Saurus, isn't it? No. No, make it the Crocs. Make it the Crocs. I want to see another Crocs score. If anyone has ever needed to pray to Nuffle, Spire needs to right now. It's going to be Wittgenstein threatening to score. Turn 16 for the Lavabacks. Socrates in possession of the ball. I imagine we'll see a mark attempt on Wittgenstein. There it is. No mark! Guess it doesn't really matter. You need a 6. 6s always succeed. But still, he would need to dodge away. 2-die blitz. Socrates is going to remain on his feet. Will he take the 1-die? Now it's a 2-die. Needs a POW against Socrates. Rushes to take a mark against number 4. Two-die block against Kant. Gets a push. Fails the rush. You always fail the rush. Where's the pass going to be? Is it going to be to number 2? Is it going to be to number 4? If it's to number 2, it'll be a handoff to number 4. I think it's going to be a pass to number 4. I'm so heartbroken. I'm so heartbroken. Tried to free up a lane here on the blitz, rolled a skull on the 1-die blitz. That was a surf. Just needed anything other than that. That's the game. The Lavabacks are going to win it 1-0. Boy, oh boy. What game that was. Oh, man. And with that victory, the Vesuvian Lavabacks leap all the way up to second place. They have a record of 3-0-3, 9 points, puts them ahead of the Wooden Men and Iron Trees. We're going to get right into our 4th and final game of the evening. This will also be a Division B matchup. And this is going to be the Discomancers versus Conspicuous Disunion, Ian versus Chime. Necro mirror match here in Division B. Let's check it out. final game of our quadruple header this evening. All right, game's just getting underway here. The Discomancers on offense with the ball, the ball kicked to the 16-yard line just off the left sideline. So this is a Necro Mirror match. The Lizard Mirror match was a chess match. This match, I think, is really going to be down to trying to take these ball carriers off the pitch, right? So if we look at the Discomancers, they have number 6, the Werewolf, number 5, the Werewolf, and 2 Ghoul Runners. These are your ball carriers. These are your targets. But, you know, that's fine too. Gets a removal here to start the game. 1-man player advantage for the Discomancers. For conspicuous disunion, they have the 2 werewolves here. But they don't seem to have any ghouls. Might be have one. Yeah, here he is. Has one on the sideline here. So those would be the pieces that the opposing, the Discomancers would be trying to remove here. Black Wolf says 4 games in one night. I'm worried for Ava's heart. Well, thank you. But I'll tell you a little story. I could be a little bit of a hypochondriac. So I have been to the hospital not once but twice for chest pains that I was convinced was a heart attack. Went to the hospital and the doctor's like, "You're fine." And each time they told me I was fine. Well, not the minute, but like 15 minutes after they told me I'm fine, I felt fine. Another removal with the werewolf. Remember, the werewolf treats everybody's AV as if it's 8+ with that armor. 2-man player advantage now for the Discomancers. Very critical piece. You can get lots of dice with Frenzy. Claw makes it that much more likely to break armor. Berserker Tempest, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. Thank you for your kindness. Welcome to the stream. You get a removal, and you get a removal. Turn 1 now for conspicuous disunion. They've lost 2 players already, and there is a stunned player on the pitch. Ball in the hands of the Blodger. Lafreak, sidestep Blodger. This is such a great combo, right? Pal's the only thing that's going to knock you down, and sidestep means, you know what? You're not going to get the chain block. I'm not going to let you have more block dice on me. You get 1 roll, buddy. Number 16th Wraith. Oh, breaks armor on the Flesh Golem. Gets a stun out of this. Seeing the battle blankets in 3D form is concerning. I'm gonna leave blue and red on. Cosgood Creeps takes a mark on number 6. Again, both these coaches are going to be hunting those key players, those werewolves and those ghouls. Those are going to be their primary targets, provided they can get a block. But they have to be careful with those wolves. We talked about that earlier this evening. Those wolves, great for getting those dice, but you have to follow up due to Frenzy. And if you put yourself in a precarious situation, good jump for the blitz on the werewolf. Got the pal looking for an 8+. Doesn't get it. Jumped over the prone player. That's something you can do now in the BB 2020 rules. Has the knockdown knock down Wolf. If he wanted to foul, which he's absolutely not going to do, but if he wanted to foul, he would have 1 assist. So there's the effect of the water is applied to like it's like a pixel shader, right? So like everything has the effect as they move across the water. Like players shimmer. Like look at that. Turn 2 for the Discomancers. Discomancers advance the ball up to their own 6-yard line. Black Wolf says, I kind of hope Necro loses. They beat me a lot and I'm jaded. Well, I can't guarantee you that Necro's going to lose. It could be a draw. SB Beaver says that's just how water works. Yep. Whenever you're walking on water, your whole body just starts to blur. Now, these splashes are fine. Like these little circles. But watch like that. Like watch when somebody like moves across the water. Yeah. Oh, I don't think I had my foot pedal down. I'm not sure, but that's like that's not that shimmer there. That's not how that should get projected down, right? Like that's not how that would look. 2-9 block. It's like his shoulder is like blurring. Frenzy follow the dice. You see how the dice are like glowing there on the top of the dice? Let's nitpick let's nitpick graphical effects that don't matter. Push on the follow-up here. Good dodge by Pup Funkadelic. Doesn't want to give the block back. Oh, they got a kicker on the roster for conspicuous disunion. A lot of people sleep on kick. It's a pretty decent skill, especially depending on matchups. What? You can guarantee death but not a lose? Let a loss? What a scam. Sorry. Death only. Ajax the Riot says, geez, it's so hard to find living players nowadays. I know, right? I just want somebody with a beating heart, please. BB3 Game of the Year! 2-9 block here to get number 2, turn 2 underway for Conspicuous Disunion. They get a pal here against Andy Gibb. Breaks armor. Gets stunned. Electrics Man says it's just me or the corners on the disc a little squirkly. They are rounded corners. They wouldn't be a squirkle. It would be like a no, I can't say that. It would not be that. 2-9 block against the number 8 Wraith. Break into Electric Boogaloo over in the left wide zone. Got a pow out of this, but no armor break. Sidesteps in toward the ball. $19 seconds left on the clock. Conspicuous Disunion with 3 rerolls. Both teams with 3 rerolls. I think that's the sweet spot. You know, playing in the water like this, like all game long for like 90 minutes, you're just gonna get a fungal infection. That's all that's gonna happen. Yeah, exactly right. You're going to get trench foot. Werewolf Blitz. Again, a knockdown will be an 8+ to break armor. Going after Saturday Night Retriever. No armor break. Watch the dice next time. I mean, you can see it very clearly here. Watch the dice next time. Like, you'll see the top of the dice will shimmer, and that, like, there's no water above the dice. Like, it shouldn't look like that. Turn 5 for the Discomancers now. Conspicuous Disunion pulls their werewolves back to play some defense. Looks like the ball is going to stay on the right side of the pitch. So number 13, the Black Knight, Mr. Wickles himself, pulls back to the safety position just inside the right wide zone. Ball advances to the opposing 8-yard line. Three points on the cage completed. The werewolf currently marked, as is number 9, Maurice Gibb, on the back left corner. Flesh Golem blitz. 2-die blitz against the Witch Doctor. Gets a push out of this. Stand alive on the blitz. We'll move right back through that corner and now takes a mark on Cuthbert Crawls to get the 2-die block with the werewolf. Gets the armor break, but has to follow up. Got the removal on the Wraith. Nice removal here for the Discomancers. Take a look at his tackle zones here. This is what he has covered. And now that werewolf comes in to cover this gap that we're about to show, right? So now he's got the front left corner covered. SB Beaver says, how do you injure a sheep? You could not use fabric softener. You could tear a hole in it. You know what? Maybe you're just really abrasive with it. You used it to, like, rub off some adhesive that was really difficult to remove. Minute 32 now. Turn 3 for Conspicuous Disunion. It's all about the ghouls and the werewolves. I say it's all about the ghouls and the werewolves because those are the reliable ball carriers, but you can leverage the rest of your pieces, right, to either engage those pieces or protect those pieces. The Flesh Golem, for example, with Stand Firm, that's a great control skill. Stand Firm means that if you were to get pushed on a block, you don't have to get pushed. You can stay right where you are. It's a great piece to be an anchor piece, also a great piece to really hold down the fort. 2-die blitz. Gets the knockdown on Electric Slide. Breaks armor! Gets a stun. Both teams making very good use of these wolves. 2-die block back behind the line of scrimmage, gets a pal. Deacon Creeper Carlswell on the block. Now 2-die block on number 5. You know what? I just realized? I mean, I'm sure this is a good thing, but I haven't had to wash. Oh, good stun here against Pup Funkadelic. Turn 4 now for the Discomancers. A stunned wolf. I haven't had to wash out a bloodstain in anything in decades. I've just realized. Which is good. but it seems a little odd. You'd think I'd cut myself or something. She-Wolf says peroxide is the best I have found to get blood out. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I like I said, I haven't done it in decades. Discomancer's taking the first minute of the turn and trying to figure out where they want to end up here on this turn. Chime doing a real good job on defense here. Not giving this offense really many options of movement other than to retreat. 2-die block, back on the line of scrimmage on the left side. Gets a push. Then you're playing the game wrong. Going after the werewolf over on the right side. Gets a push. This is the wolf marking the ball carrier. We'll push him off the ball carrier. Follows up and is now marking both wolves with that flesh golem staying alive. You can tell by the way he walks. You can tell by the way he uses his walk that he's a woman's man. No time to talk. Music loud and women warm. I've been kicked around since I was born, and now it's all right. It's okay. You may look the other way. But we can try to understand the New York Times effect on man. Ball carrier advances to the end zone. Hands off to the wolf. Great use of the handoff to get 3 SPP on the werewolf. 1-0, the Discomancers take the lead. Hey, it's my favorite cheerleader. Yeah! Hey! Wait for the shimmy. Here it comes. Do it. Yeah! She's the best. That is a filthy pitch. The groundskeeper should be fired. Iron Cynic says, you're not getting into enough fistfights. Tyler Durden would disapprove. Yep, I love that movie. I mean, I guess everyone loves that movie, right? Am I mistaken? Move says it goes on so long, it's great. Yeah, some of these cheers take a minute. She-Wolf says, yeah, I had to get a lot of blood out of stuff. My significant other was a fire medic, so yeah, I kept a lot of peroxide and baking soda on hand. Well, I mean, it's not good to hear that you had to get a lot of blood out of stuff, but that's a very respectable job. So glad to hear it. Glad well, there's folks doing those sorts of jobs. Yeah, the Scarecrow's so great. Oh, it's a timeout. We're going to lose a turn here. Turn 5 now for Conspicuous Disunion. Count Ivalo von Meanskrieg, the number 10 rookie ghoul runner, back to receive the ball. And see the dice? See how they look like they're on fire almost? Spire, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate having you here. Have a good night. Thanks again for hanging out and for playing and providing us all with a fun time. I appreciate it. Conspicuous Disunion with plenty of time to get on the board here after the early score by the Discomancers. If they can try to win this with what's called a 2-1 grind. So at this point, if you have enough time in the first half, if your opponent scores early or you force them to score early, your job at that point is to hold on to the ball for the entire duration of the game. You hold on to it for the whole second half, try to score, then you'll have the ball at the beginning of the second half of the game. Did I say second half? Score in the second quarter. Then you'll have the ball to start the second half of the game, and you want to hold on to the ball for all 8 turns, try to score at the end of that half, and then you win 2-1. So that's Chime's job now. Chime is intent on never giving this ball back up to the Discomancers. Now going for the ball pickup here. 3+ on the pickup. Fails the pickup. Probably doesn't want to waste... Yeah, probably doesn't want to waste a turn here with the pickup. Spent the reroll, but failed it again. The ball's going to bounce back 1 space to the 8-yard line on the left sideline. Turn 6 for the Discomancers. Oh, I'm so excited to have water back. I was only out of water for I don't know, maybe 8 hours. Still, you don't appreciate it until you don't have it. Dude, I blitz by Pup Funkadelic on Captain Cutler. We'll get a knockdown here. Breaks armor. Remember, it's always an 8+. Got a stun out of it, but has to follow up and is now marked by the Witch Doctor. She-Wolf says, just a little washing hack. Adding 2 heaping tablespoons of baking soda to your wash loads with your normal detergent does wonders for your laundry. It helps keep your whites and safeguards. And safeguard your colors plus odor block. You know what? I'll give that a go. Iron Cynic says you can swallow a pint of blood before you get sick. Great. Fight Club's a great movie. Failed the dodge here. Spent another re-roll. Well, spent his first re-roll. Blodger's going to stay on the pitch. Turn 6 now for Conspicuous Disunion. 2 vastly different chat comments are back to back. Yeah, but they kind of work together. if you're in Fight Club, you're going to need laundry tips. That's just a fact. Did I block back in the line of scrimmage? Is both standing result. First rule of Fight Club is to bring your laundry to She-Wolf's house. You gotta look good after Fight Club. You can't let anybody know you were in Fight Club. I mean, other than the bruises and the lost teeth. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I was embarrassed about it. So I'll tell you. My buddy's daughter, his young daughter, is doing a fundraiser at her school for the American Heart Association. So, you know, of course I'm gonna help donate to the fundraiser. So there's a little leaderboard on her like webpage for it or whatever, and she's at the top, right? They donated in her name, which I interpret as she wanted to be at the top of the list. So I donated, and after you donate, it asks us like, hey, do you want to cover the the like fees so that your entire donation goes to the cause? And I said sure. And by covering the fees, that put me $1 over their donation for her. That put me at the top of the list. So it looks like I, as a grown adult, couldn't deal with competition from a 10-year-old girl. I couldn't deal with competing with a 10-year-old. Turn 7 now for the Disco Masters. Failed to pick up the ball. The ball is sitting precariously on the sideline on the 10-yard line. There should be. SP Beaver says, "Can you donate another $1 in her name?" I mean, you could, but it doesn't aggregate them by name. It would just be another donation from her. You know what I mean? And then that would be at the bottom of the list. Curb stop that 10-year-old. Next time I see her, just, you thought you were gonna win. You're not gonna win. I'm gonna win. Under a minute to go here in turn 7 for the Disco Manters. They're in the lead 1-0. Still have 2 rerolls left for the half. Disco Masters really don't want Conspicuous Disunion to be able to score in this turn, so their job right now, just tactically speaking, right? Of course, we were talking about the Wolves, we talk about the Ghouls. The whole job right now is just stop the score. If the Disco Masters can stop the score, they can breathe a little easier and feel a little more confident that Conspicuous Disunion is going to play for the draw. So at that point, you can regroup and figure out what your options are going to be. Disco Masters back on the bonus clock. They have 6:41 on the clock. Stand up blitz. Good 3+ dodge by the Blodger. 1 die block. Got the POW. Gonna push onto the ball like a madman. Ball's gonna stay right where it is. No armor break. Well, that seems like the wrong team. Good 3+ dodge by Pup Funkadelic to get on the ball. Turns out for Conspicuous Disunion, Blackwolf says, "I completely understand. I'm a salesman for Nabisco. I flip over Girl Scout cookie tables. They beat me up a lot." Gets a POW, gets an armor break, got the removal. Well done. Regen kicks in. Still got the 2 points for the casualty. The player will be in the reserve box and will come back in the next drive. Two-die block on Disco Stud. No armor break here. So on Fridays, I do a little shopping and go hang out with some friends. We get dinner and play games and stuff. So I go to like, I'm lucky enough in this area to have like some toy stores and game stores and stuff around me. Man, I went to the toy store the other day. I'm sorry, not the toy store, the game store, the video game store, like a used video game store, and there was a guy there just giving them shit like so hard for no reason, and I'm like, why are you doing this? Why are you behaving this way? Like and like they're trying to help him. It's like they want you to be able to buy a thing you want. What are you doing? They're not Walmart. They're a little store that are trying to help you. Why are you like this? It made me feel so bad, and I have nothing to do with the store. She-Wolf says, can't be messing with Girl Scout cookies. Those things are like gold. Man, I love one of the, not Junior Mints, the Thin Mints. Turn 8 for the Disco Mancers. They've done a real good job here stopping the score, and now this ball, fairly well protected by the Disco Mancers. Can anybody score for Conspicuous Disunion? It doesn't seem so. Two-die block on number 15 gets a push out of this. The Wraiths have sidestep, so they do not have to be pushed directly backwards. Well, I shouldn't say directly backwards, but they don't have to be pushed into one of the three spaces behind them. They can be pushed into any adjacent open space, and it's the controller of the Wraith piece that decides the space. It's not the blocker. Chocolate caramel coconut ones. They start with an S. Not sure what those are. Two-die block gets a push into a frenzy follow-up here. Two-die follow-up gets another push against the zombie of Mr. Hyde. Spent the reroll in turn 8 because why not? Gets the knockdown, but no armor break. Oh, lemonades. Man, I love lemon-flavored stuff in general. I've definitely had Girl Scout cookies that I don't like. And I know this is sacrilegious, I don't like them so much these days. But, I mean, I still like them. One die block, gets a skull, spends a final reroll out of this, gets the power on the Witch Doctor. 8+ breaks armor. This is the kicker. You don't like chocolate and mint? That's like chocolate and peanut butter. Samoas, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I do know those. SB Beaver says, I just found out they have completely different companies that make them. SB Beaver, don't give away the secret. The girls of the Girl Scouts make them. Shh. Final turn of the first half coming up. Conspicuous Disunion can't score at this point, but they will be on offense to start the second half. So the Discomancers did their job here. SB Beaver, did Automod actually block Moob's own name? Moop's very existence is offensive. Armor break on the Wraith, got the KO. We'll see if that KO sticks here going into the second half. Remember, all the KOs, at the beginning of any drive, any player that you have KO'd, you're going to roll a d6 for each of them. On a 4+, they're going to come back onto the pitch. Otherwise, they're going to remain KO'd, and you'll have to re-roll that at the beginning of a future drive. Moop says going to get banned from BB3 for a defensive coach name. SP Beaver says, I feel so out of touch with slang nowadays. What was offensive about that? I don't know. I do have it set to, I think I have it set to maximum because my thought was, well, we'll just unban everything that's not, you know, like anything that's dumb that it's banning. But boy, it picks some stupid things. Got a stun here, so nothing out of this on the armor break on the free. One die on Mari's Skib gets a push here. All right, you know what'd be cool? You know what'd be cool? Here's a shader effect for you. If the blood in the water would like streak down with the current, that would be cool. Yeah, but even so, is that offensive? Like, I guess. I don't know. 1-0. The Discomancer is in the lead. They're going to be on defense here. They did not get back their Wraith, so they'll have just one on the pitch. Ten on the pitch for the Discomancers. Looks like they might be setting up in columns here. We'll have to pull one off of these columns and put them on. Oh, they had him in reserve. I stand corrected. 11 on the pitch. Discomancer is currently setting up these columns here. The advantage of columns, changing the columns here, but pretend these are columns. The advantage of columns, right? If you have a column of players here, I'll draw it back here. So you have a player here, a player here, 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 whatever, right? These are your tackle zones. So you're screening out the pitch, and imagine this went all the way across the pitch. You're screening out the pitch. If they come in on a blitz, well, the tackle zone just shrinks by one space. You're still covering the pitch. So the advantage of columns is that you're never giving away a lane that doesn't force a dodge. I can't learn anything right now. I'm distracted by the water. So the sideline's being given up by the defense. Conspicuous whoa, very shallow kick. Conspicuous disunion. They're gonna get a re-roll here from the brilliant coaching kickoff event. When that event triggers, you each roll a d6. You add your assistant coaches. Whoever gets the higher number gets an extra re-roll. If it's a draw, nobody gets the re-roll. You can see conspicuous disunion, despite having the two extra coaches, the assistant coaches, didn't need it. They rolled a 6v4 on the roll-off. So they're up to 4. SP Beaver says, I do like that Ava wants some super fancy shaders in the water to mix with blood. Meanwhile, the game just applies the water ripple effect to players. Software is hard. Did I block? Gets a knockdown. You have to pick and choose what you're putting in, what you're releasing. Can't do everything. Two blocks on the line, one push, still has the blitz. Sets up a pocket around the ball. Needs to cover the right side. I remember when we were just happy you could pass in the game without it crashing. Oh, the good old days. The good old days of 2023. Werewolf Blitz. There's the Blitz. Gets a push. Frenzy follow-up. Oh, spends the reroll. Didn't want to get pushed out of position, but is going to get pushed anyway into the uphill block, and that is a turnover. Spends a... Well, I stand corrected. Spent a second reroll into double pals. That's not a turnover. That's a knockdown. 8+ breaks armor. And he got it. 2 rerolls for 2 SPP. Conspicuous Disunion spends the free reroll granted by Nuffle and 1 additional. They're down to 2. That's the problem that with those frenzy blocks that we talked about in the Norse game. We talked about a little bit here with these werewolves. Very easy to get dice on your target. Also very easy to pull yourself out of position. The sandwich ball would be absolutely disgusting on this pitch. First turn of the second half for the Discomancers. They're going to start with a blitz against the Witch Doctor. On the line in the left wide zone. Got a pow out of this. That's the kicker. Breaks armor. Gets a stun. Oh, soggy bread is one of the most disgusting things. Well, you know what? Do I need to change my opinion? Because I don't have a problem with bread bowls. So maybe I don't mind. I'll have to think about this. Yeah, bread and oil is great, of course. Yeah. I mean, like an open-faced sandwich, right? Like an open-faced sandwich, like a turkey sandwich with gravy. That's delicious. Moob says soggy bread is only gross when you don't expect it to be soggy. I think you might be right. Two-die block at center pitch against Big Bob Oakley. Got a pal here, looking for a 9+. Cool without the gang on the block. Moob says it's like pizza. Cold pizza's fine unless you expect it to be warm, then it's sus. So I was thinking about that the other day. I was eating cold pizza, and I would tell you, if you were to just ask me if I like cold pizza, I'd say, ew, no. But this pizza got cold, like, while I was working, right? So, like, I had it for lunch, and then I went and did some stuff, and then I went back and ate it, and I realized I was eating cold pizza. And I didn't have a problem with it. Turn 10 for Conspicuous Disunion. Guess it all matters what the sandwich is. Like, if I get a sandwich and they put so much mayo on it, it makes the bread soggy, I can't even eat it. I really like mayonnaise. I cannot fathom a sandwich where the mayonnaise would make the bread soggy. That sounds repugnant. Ball on the sideline, on the 4-yard line. What a scary place for the ball to be. A scrum forming around the ball on the sideline. What on earth? What? SV Beaver says, I had a roommate a long time ago that would bake a frozen pizza, then put it back in the freezer for a while before he ate it. That... What? Two-die block against Morris. Give it. Center of the pitch gets a pow. Advances forward a space. So Conspicuous Disunion needs to carefully analyze how these drives are going to play out. If he's not really getting any advantages, if he's spending his resources but the opponent's not, probably playing for a draw. If there's a significant advantage that Chime can recover out of this, then they might play for the win. Oh my goodness, pushing onto the ball. Pushing on the ball, has to push onto the ball here. On the blitz. The ball's gonna stay on the pitch. Bounces back to the 6. And now a 2-die on Boolectric Slide. Boolectric Slide gonna sidestep and sidesteps onto the ball. The ball stays on the pitch. Caught by the rookie Ghoul Runner. The Ghoul Runner on the block catches the ball, says, "Thank you very much." Decided to sidestep onto the ball and handed that ball politely over to the opposing team. No, it really is that bad. Like, what are you talking about? You're putting pizza back in the freezer. What? Double pals back at mid-pitch against Andy Gibb. Good 3+ dodge by Big Bob Oakley to get back and play some ball here with the ball to get some protection or at least get into the drive here where the ball carrier is. Turn 10 for the Disco Mancers. If the Disco Mancers win tonight, they will advance into 2nd place. Same for Conspicuous Disunion. Either one of these teams wins tonight, they advance into 2nd place. Otherwise, they're going to hang out right where they are. I played some games last night, some board games. So my dinner was, what was my awful dinner? My dinner was a bag of cookies, like those little Famous Amos cookies, and peanut M&Ms. Good knockdown on the ball carrier, gets a stun on the armor break, and now the ball bounces back one more space to the 8-yard line. Now 2 spaces off that left sideline. Dodge on the blitz, got through the dodge, gets the knockout on the blitz, looking for an 8+, breaks the armor of the Wolf, got the Wolf off the pitch. Big removal here by the Disco Mancers. And now they have a mark on the ball with Pup fucking Pup Funkadelic. Picked up the ball here, failed to pick up, spent the reroll, recovered it. Now the ball in the hands of number 5, Pup Funkadelic. Yep. Pup Funkadelic. I will not say that 10 times. Disco Mancers down about 4 minutes on the bonus clock. Failed the rush here with the Flesh Golem. Spent the final reroll, wanted to take the mark on Big Bob Oakley to prevent the follow-up blitz on this werewolf. Failed the rush out of rerolls. Conspicuous Disunion, turn 11. They're going to have an opportunity to get at this ball. If they want it to be 2 dice, it'd have to be a big dodge, and I don't think they want that. Do they have a lane? They do. They have a lane with the zombie of Mr. Hyde. There it is. There's the assist. Big Bob Oakley will come in from the back here to ensure that both of these dice are a 2-die. Here's the first one. Didn't need the second one. Got the POW. 8+ breaks armor. There's the armor break. A wolf for a wolf. And now the ball bounces in the hands of the zombie of Mr. Hyde. Fails to pick up. The ball is going to be to the right of Big Bob Oakley. Is this going to be a pickup attempt? It is. There's the recovery. Very well done by Conspicuous Disunion. Two wolves removed in 2 turns. A dodge to 2 rushes to try to get to safety. Big Bob Oakley now on the opposing 4-yard line. Good blitz to remove the wolf. 3+ on the pickup. Well done. I need to rename that wolf to Scrappy Doo. Is this the team? This is the team, isn't it? Yeah, this is the Scooby-Doo team. That absolutely should be Scrappy Doo. 2-die block way over on the right side of the pitch here. Gets a pal against Andy Gibb. Now a 1-die on Saturday Night Retriever. Got a pal out of this. Sea Beast, the Fowler, the dirty player on the block, gets the knockdown, no armor break. Turn 11 now for the Discomancers. No rerolls remaining. They're in the lead currently. Now with no rerolls remaining. Boy, we'll see what Chime wants to do on their upcoming turn. So we talked about whether or not Chime was going to play for the draw or for the win, depending on how the game shaped up here. There's no more rerolls left for the Discomancers. The Discomancers I was going to say guaranteed 3 out. It's guaranteed 2 out. 1 KO. Guaranteed 1 out for Conspicuous Disunion with 2 KOs, one of which is a werewolf for each team. Die against the Witch Doctor. Gets a push out of this Disco Stud on the block. Cool without the gang. Dodges away on the 3+ dodge. And remarks the ball carrier. Might want the assist out of that, but I don't know how he negates Cosgood creeps. Oh, failed the dodge with the freak. Had a free reroll out of that, but failed the dodge. 3+ failure. He rolled 2 2s. And now turn 12 for Conspicuous Disunion. They're going to try to surf cool without the gang, I imagine. Here's the blitz. Here's the first one. Double skulls. Spends a reroll. Gets the knockdown. Won't be able to get the... Oh, no. He could take the dodge push result here. Does just that. Here's the follow-up. Gets another dodge push. Good surf here by Big Bob Oakley. And tramples on down pitch to the 18-yard line, just off the left sideline. So Conspicuous Disunion in very much in scoring position here. Will they score on turn 13? Or are they going to play for the draw and try to stall this out? Oob says probably shouldn't have used dodge there on the gold. Yeah, so that's a good point. Good armor break here. Good armor break by Deacon Creeper Carlswell. Got the removal. All skills in Blood Bowl are optional to use unless they say otherwise. Frenzy, of course, is probably the prime example of a non-optional skill. But otherwise, you don't have to use it if you don't want to. And sometimes there are reasons why you might not want to use a skill. You'll often see you'll see a lot of variation with Stand Firm, for example. Sometimes you want to stay right where you are. Sometimes you're like, you know what? I actually want to get out of here. Did I block on Stand Alive again? Gets a push out of this, and he'll stand firm. Turn 12, final turn of the third quarter now for the Discomancers. They're in the lead, but for how long? Again, a win by either team advances them into second place. Otherwise, they're going to stay in their positions. The Discomancers in fifth, Conspicuous Disunion in sixth. Two die on the Witch Doctor by Disco Stud. Gets a push out of this. No avenues of movement. All the lanes currently covered by the pocket. Is it really a pocket if it's the other way around? It's more, they're just blockers. Discomancer's taking marks on those protective players. Stand up blitz by the Blodger. Two-die blitz. Got the POW on the Caveman. We'll take a mark on the ball carrier here. One rush to do it. There it is. Remember, the Wolf does not have a free dodge. So there is no reroll for the Discomancers. Electric Slide whists down pitch. Doesn't mark Captain Cutler, though. Failed dodge by Saturday Night Retriever will be a turnover. Fourth quarter begins. Conspicuous Disunion. They're down a touchdown. They're threatening to score. The ball carrier currently marked. The ball carrier can certainly blitz away, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'd be 2 rushes if it ends up being 2 pushes. He has to follow up on these blocks. Here's the first one. That's a push. I might have taken the both down, the both standing result there. Oh, no, you can't. Because then you wouldn't get the follow-up. Here's the second one. Gets a push. He's going to have to stay in front of him here. He doesn't want to sidestep behind him. Yeah. Had to stay in front of him now. Big Bob Oakley. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 rushes. There it is. Got into the end zone. Well done. One to one, the score late in the game. Conspicuous Disunion gets on the board. The Discomancers will be on offense. Can they pull out a victory here? They're going to give back just one of their KOs. Conspicuous Disunion gets back their wolf. So the Discomancers will be down a werewolf. Conspicuous Disunion gets back their second. That could be a huge advantage here. With a little under a quarter to play in the game. We got a ball game, yes indeed. So it looks to be a one-man player advantage for Conspicuous Disunion. 9v5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 10v9 on the pitch in favor of Conspicuous Disunion. They're on defense. They have 2 werewolves. 2 werewolves and 1 ghoul. The Discomancers have 2 ghouls and 1 werewolf. One of the ghouls, of course, a Blodger. Lafreak will be back to receive, has sure hands. That's a free reroll on this pickup. That will be invaluable for the Discomancers as they have no rerolls remaining. Here's the kick. Conspicuous Disunion does have a kicker on their roster. So they get to decide where they want to kick this ball. They're going to play this ball. Oh, shallow kick, but it's a high kick. So the Discomancers get an opportunity to recover it here. Lafreak fails the catch, and it is on the sideline. Turn 13 for the Discomancers. Again, they'll get a free reroll with sure hands. If they fail this pickup, there's a 3 in 8 chance that this ball goes out of bounds, and then it'll get thrown back in. And where it gets thrown back in is anybody's guess. So the kicker lets you make a kick very accurate compared to not having a kicker. It could be a really great skill. It could be situational in a game like this, or it could be great against certain teams, like a slow bashy team like Dwarves. Maybe they need to score to win or draw, but there's only a quarter left. Just kick it all the way back toward the end zone. They'll never catch up. Or maybe you're a fast, agile team and you want to engage and recover this ball quickly. You can kick it shallow and try to fight for this ball right from the jump. Discomancers here in turn 13 look to be trying to carve out a place for themselves on the opponent's side of the pitch here, trying to take this left wide zone. They might get bogged down here, but we'll see. Looks like if they pick this ball up, they're going to try to park it on the opposing 10-yard line. Oh, I was going to say they might not take any blocks on the line at all, but they are. They take one block, they get a push. Stand Alive is going to move very slowly towards this ball, just an MA of 4. Just the one Flesh Golem on the roster, just the one Wraith as well. The Wraith is going to move down pitch and mark Captain Cutler and the Witch Doctor. Just trying to keep players out of... Ah! Ball stays on the pitch. Failed the pickup. Does not go out of bounds. Goes behind Cool without the gang. Now on the 8-yard line, just off the left sideline. Turn 14 for Conspicuous Disunion. The two Flesh Golems tie each other up at center pitch. The very fast MA7 Ghoul Runner, Count Ivalo von Meanskrieg, gets in on this ball. Takes a mark. MA8 Werewolf takes a second mark. 4 players on the ball now, 2 from either team. Cosgood creeps. Gets in front of where these Ghoul Runners want to go. Here's the blitz. 2-die blitz. Gets a pow on Cool without the gang. 8+ breaks armor. There's the armor break. Got the removal. Big removal here on the ball. And now it's 3 Conspicuous Disunion players on the ball and just Lafreak for the Discomancers. 2-die block back at the line of scrimmage. Gets a knockdown against Mari's. Oh, they're in sync. They're shambling in sync. Failed the foul appearance roll over on the right side of the pitch. So loses the block with the Witch Doctor. Takes it with Captain Cutler here and gets a push out of it. Remember, these Wraiths have sidestep as rookies. So every Wraith will have sidestep. Sidesteps toward the drive. Still marked by Captain Cutler. Turn 14 for the Discomancers. 3 turns left for the Discomancers to try to win. One die block against the Flesh Golem at center pitch. Gets a knockdown here. Flesh Golem will stand firm. He'll fall in place. This frees up Stan Alive. Stan Alive on the blitz. 2-die blitz against the Wolf. Got the POW out of this. 9+ breaks armor. Pushes onto the ball. Oh boy. This ball could go out of bounds. It does not. The ball was here. It could scatter here. Failed pickup. Scatter out of bounds. Ball on the 10. 50-50 dodge. 3+ dodge. And then a 3+ pickup. LaFreak recovers the ball. The number 3 Ghoul Runner in possession. That's the Blodger. Only a POW is going to knock down the Blodger. The tackle skill would negate dodge, but no tackle on the opposing team. We talked about how important these wolves and these ghouls would be in this matchup. And it's going to come down to a battle of the werewolves and the ghouls. As this is all coming down to speed. Good stun here late in the game. That's effectively going to take the caveman out of the game. He'll be out on turn 15. On turn 16, they'll have just 1 point of movement without rushing. Both werewolves off to the left, marked by Stan Alive. The number 10 Ghoul off to the left, marked by Stan Alive. Good 3+ dodge that takes a mark with the Count Evalo von Meanskrieg. That's one of those 3 fast players, now marking LaFreak. Failed the dodge with the Wolf on the blitz. That's a turnover. Turn 15 for the Discomancers. Can they win this game? No rerolls left, but they get a free reroll on a dodge thanks to the dodge skill. A positive dodge for LaFreak. That's a 3+ with a reroll. 2-die blitz on the Witch Doctor. Gets the knockdown. Is he going to try for a handoff? The Discomancers trying to take second place here in Division B. I was going to say claw back second place, but they haven't been in second yet. Saturday Night Retriever moves down pitch. I love that name, by the way. Good dodge. No handoff. She's going to hold on to this ball. I think that's the right decision to not tempt Nuffle. Not test his patience. The ball now on the opposing 10-yard line. Turn 16 for Conspicuous Disunion. If they're going to stop the score, they stop it right here. 1 rush currently for LaFreak to score. It could also be a handoff to number 6 for no rushes, but it would be a 3+ on the handoff. The rush, obviously a 2+. Moop says, I like not rushing yet. Can use the sidestep if only push to get that space. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Remember, sidestep doesn't get pushed backwards. It's any adjacent space. There's a couple of ways to use that. We talked about how you can use sidestep to just prevent chain blocks, but you can also use sidestep as a free space. When I was playing Wood Elves in season 2, season 3, I think it was season 2. I was getting free movements on my War Dancers all day. 2-die blitz. This is just a dodge push, and there's that extra space of movement that Moob was talking about here for LaFreak. As it stands right now, it is a 3+ with a reroll. There it is. There it is. A 3+ with a reroll will win the game for the Discomancers. Oh no! Oh! Oh! Boy! Oh my goodness! Nerf Zero, welcome to the stream. Oh man! What a disappointment for the Discomancers. Oh, it's gonna be a draw. And with that, the two teams stay right where they are. The Discomancers with 7 points, tied with the Garner Gets, but they're down by 1 TD diff, so that puts them in the 5th place, and Conspicuous Disunion stays in 6th. Still very much in this competition. There are there's 3 weeks left in regulation after week 6. Let's take a look at the schedule before we leave for the night. Black Wolf says it once again, Necro does not lose. All right, coming up next, we have a game this Saturday. I think there was a second game scheduled for Saturday. I'll have to double check Discord. It happened during tonight's games. But there's a game scheduled this Saturday, it's March 22nd. I was about to say March 2nd. Oh, Move, thank you very much. So there will be a doubleheader this Saturday, March 2nd, starting at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's UTC -4. That will be the NC Snakes versus Odin at Snuffle, Moob versus Clypheus. And that'll be Dark Elves versus Norse. And then the second game of the evening will be it's scheduled at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. It's going to be the Gunner Gets versus Wooden Men and Iron Trees, Cobblestorm versus S Beaver. That'll be Goblins versus Wood Elves. That'll be an absolute blast to watch. Plenty of more games to play here in week number 6. And when those games get scheduled, you'll be able to check out and get alerted to that schedule on our website at maml.club. That's maml.club. Here on Twitch, or on our social media pages on Blue Sky, X, and Facebook. You can also watch previous games on our YouTube channel, Play Blood Bowl, man. This game is so much fun. Thank you very much, She-Wolf. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, thank you, Nerf Zero. I appreciate your kind words. Thank you for hanging out here. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Thanks to coaches for playing. I love this game. I hope you guys do too. It's so much fun. You can play Blood Bowl via Blood Bowl 3 on Steam, the Epic Game Store, PlayStation and Xbox, and a tabletop forum at your friendly local game store. Until this Saturday, March 2nd at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Again, that's UTC -4. Take care, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening.